my goodness. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Jerusha. Hashtag to the pretty people. If you are a part of the pretty organization, which is my business, where we crown our kings and queens, we celebrate, collaborate, and we're going to make those connections, baby. So it's so much room at the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded. So hashtag to all the pretty people. We want to make sure that we're sharing. Sharing is caring. And so I get to come live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and I share what I know for sure. And so for those of you that are in my group, Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration, you get to ask any business question and I will teach on that subject or answer you privately. And so I am happy to answer you privately, or we will teach on that subject. And so we had a question. So if you're not able, listen, I want you to be a part of the Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration group. It's really simple. All you have to do is go to groups, look for Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. You do have to answer the business questions. So you do have to answer the business questions, which is super easy for you to do. I see that Facebook is having some issues, maybe not. So how many of you are, if you're present, say hi, Jerusha. Put in the chat, hello, just so I can see if Facebook is doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, there we go. Let's see. So I see there's some hesitation on Facebook, but we still gonna make it happen, baby. Yes, hello, gorgeous. Good to see you. Delilah is in the building. Good to see your beautiful faces on this Wednesday night. So please make sure this is on your calendar. Terry Johnson is in the building. Pamela is in the building. Natasha's in the building. Billboard, something is in the building. Good to see you as well. TikTok is rolling in the building. Yes, I got my new family over here on TikTok. Listen, guys, we have a lot of fun on TikTok at night. Like, we are walking on the treadmill. We doing exercises. We doing all this good stuff on TikTok, answering business questions, laughing. Yes, so TikTok is a whole nother baby. So if you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you get over there where the fun is at night and you get to crack up with us. And so, yes, and we have a lot of great questions. So if you are a business owner, put business in the chat so I'll know who I'm talking to. If you want a business, just put yes. Like, it's my time. I want a business. I want a business. You need a business. So, yes, hello, gorgeous. Sunshine is in the building. Vanessa's in the building. Good to see you. And so I do have a business question that I was asked by, I wonder, can I put this here? Miss Vanessa Hargrove asked a business question, and we're going to tackle that question today. So I want to make sure you are tagging your business besties, okay? Right now, if you have a business partner, if you have a team, we don't want them to miss all this goodness. We want everybody to win. That's what a pretty person does. So we want to share, because when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. And so we want to make sure they're equipped to finish the next 61 days of 2023. 61 days. I'm doing a countdown because I was on a 90-day run, and now we're 61 days until 2024. Did I say 2024? Okay. Yeah, until 2024. And so, yes, Sharon is in the building. So, yes, I love calling your name. So if you say hi, Jerusha, I might say hey to you too. So I'm going to make sure that I see you, all the pretty people. So hashtag to the pretty people. If you want to be a part of this pretty organization, all you have to do, hashtag pretty people, and you want to share what you know for sure. What this means is so funny. You guys created this, actually. I showed up online right before the pandemic, like most of you, and I started sharing business tips, motivation, inspiration, and you started to follow. And I was like, these are some pretty people. And I realized the more that I gave, the knowledge that I shared, you got prettier and prettier. And so I say, you know what? People don't do this enough. They don't do this enough. Well, we're going to crown you right here. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. You deserve your crown. If it's falling off, girl, I'm going to put it back on. And same things with our kings. Same thing. We got to keep your crown on your head because you are royalty, okay? And so you can change the trajectory of your life. You just got to make a decision. And so I am here to help you go forward. So I share actionable business tips, tools, hacks, scripts, marketing, branding, overcoming objections, sales techniques, hashtags, what's the importance of Facebook groups, TikTok hacks, all the things so you can be more successful. So I see you have a business, put business in the chat. If you want a business, just put yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because we're doing some great things in a part of my organization, and I'm sure your business can excel if you're following me, because I drop some gems all the time, like bam. And so, yes, and it's all for free, especially on Wednesday night. So if you're in the group, all you have to do is answer the entry questions, and my assistant will let you in. I can't believe how many people want to skip the simple question: what type of business do you have? What's your email? That's it. That's it. It's so simple. So make sure, go back if you try to get in the group, because I see people who message me and said I can't get in. Just answer the business question. My assistant will let you in the group, because I want you a part of this goodness. Okay. I want to see you do well or better. If you're already doing well, you want to do better. Yes. Hello, TikTok. Come on, show me some love. So I have a goal I have to reach at TikTok. I need 10 ice cream cones, which is coins. And so they always tell me to share my goal, share my goal. So yes, who do I have in the building? Yes, Tabitha is in the building. Good to see your beautiful faces. And so if you are joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me, and I love my newbies. If you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag 2 people, share the broadcast. You and I just became besties. Like I like you already, because you get it. You get it. You understand that it's enough room for everybody. It's enough money available. It's enough resources available. It's enough for everybody to win. And so you're going to do whatever is necessary. Write this down. WIN. Whatever is necessary to win in the next 61 days. And so, yes, she said 90-day run. Yes, we've been on this 90-day run since October 1st, and we're excited about it. And so we're going to finish up strong. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. All right, let's answer this question from Vanessa Hargrove. And Vanessa's question was, how do you move past the disappointments and revalue your business again? Okay, so I'm going to assume, because I have a few things that I could answer there. So I'm just going to assume when you say move past the disappointments, people are probably saying no, thank you. People are probably saying I'm not interested. People are probably saying I'm going to purchase from you, and they do not. People are probably saying, yes, I'm going to come on board. If you are building like a team of entrepreneurs, and they told you they were going to get started, and then they didn't. They changed their mind for whatever reason. So I'm assuming you mean in that capacity. Well, this is the thing. Numbers never lie, people do. You better write that down. Numbers never lie, people do. The number one thing you have to do is talk to more people. When you have tunnels of people coming through your funnel, you're not going to remember who said no, thank you, I'm not interested, who fell off, because you are actually attracting so many people. Now, that does take time, right? But if you're starting conversations with enough people, it's not going to hurt as bad, because you're on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. You are actually looking for the ready right now. You're looking for the people that's just like you. They're hungry. They're overachievers. They want more. They want to change their lives. You're looking for that person. And so even though she may not like your post or love on your post, that's why you also have to find her. And so you have to post in a way that attracts her. And so I would tell you is number one is talk to more people. You got to get to know Rita. Everybody knows Rita, right? Recruiting is the answer. Rita, R-I-T-A. Recruiting is the answer to all your problems, all your disappointments. You just keep recruiting, keep starting conversations, sharing your product, sharing your opportunity. Yes, the right people are actually on social media. There's 4.8 billion people on social media. The average person spends 2 hours on social media. The people are there. You just have to do the work that comes along with it. And so let me just tell you why I love the recruiting and sharing. I was number one in the company for sharing the opportunity, like on stage, crown, you name it, diamonds, travel, all the things that you can imagine, cars, all the things for sharing the opportunity. So this is one of my favorite subjects is you got to share. You believe that it's good. You want to tell somebody. I don't understand if you don't tell somebody. And so the other part of your question was, and revalue your business again. Again, the answer is Rita. Because once you start talking to more people and you get your next sale or you get your next team member or your next client, you'll get excited again. You'll feel like, okay, this is worth it again. You'll feel so relieved that people do want it. But if you stop the activity, it never happens. Action precedes motivation. You're not going to one day just wake up and then you're like, today is the day. It doesn't happen that way. How many of you started January 1? You said you're going to lose 20 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever. This is my year to lose weight. And then when it got a little hard, right, you got a little sore, the pounds were not coming off as fast as you would like, then you stop. Then you say, well, I'll try it again. You tried it again in the summer. And then you was doing it, and then you stopped. And then you said, I'll try it again right before the holidays because I got to eat around the holidays. And then you fell off. Okay. Sometimes that's when you got to keep going because you believe that you can. If you believe your business is good, you won't stop. So I'm going to ask you, what do you believe? I believe I have the best opportunity in the world. I am currently developing 100 new entrepreneurs in my business, currently looking for the best of the best, looking to help 100 families get started, change 100 lives, helping them earn $100,000. It's happening. Like I see the 100. And so even if someone says, no, thank you, I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter because I see the vision. I see that it's already there. And so a lot of times what you have to do is you have to see it with your mind sight, not your eyesight. You have to see it before you see it, and you got to seek it before you see it. And so there's no way to avoid mistakes in business. So let me just tell you, if you're listening to other influencers, and let me tell you, if I didn't introduce myself, I'm sure I did, but I'm Jerusha, and I've been an entrepreneur for over 18 years, almost 2 decades, a business coach, speaker. My background is radio and television. My degrees are in communications and public relations. When I started my first business, I didn't know anything about business. I never sold anything. I never spoke to anybody about any product or service. So it was my first attempt to success. Okay. And so therefore, I made a lot of mistakes like everybody else. I did it faster. I was willing to make more mistakes faster. That's the only difference between me and somebody who decides to stop. So there's no way to avoid mistakes in business. That's how we learn. So fail just means first attempt in learning. Write that down. F-A-I-L. First attempt in learning. That's all you're doing. You're falling forward to success. Every single basketball player, they talk about their failures. You talk about the wins because that's what you remember. And so, Vanessa, are you the type of person who wants to get success without failing? Are you the type of person that wants to just go to the top without any challenges? Are you the type of person? No, I'm sure you're not that type of person. So you understand it's a part of it. Denzel Washington said it best in Equalizer. When he was talking to the young boy that was, the painter, he said, you can't ask for rain and not deal with the mud too. So all of us, we're asking for God to rain down on us. Rain down on me, shower me with the cars, the trips, shower me with the vacations or whatever it might be. But you understand it comes at a cost. Everything comes with a cost, baby. Okay. So this is just a part of it. Understand, no is, a friend of mine. Every day somebody says no. No means next opportunity. You've heard me say that. No, next opportunity. And rejection gives you direction or redirection. So you're just rerouting, and rerouting is a good thing. I realized that, you know what? They're not rejecting me. They're rejecting an opportunity. They're not rejecting me. They're rejecting a product. They're not rejecting me. They're not rejecting me. They're rejecting a service. And you don't know where people are in life. So a lot of times we got to give people grace. We don't know what's actually happening. So you don't want to take it personally. So when you're driving and you don't know where you're going and the GPS says rerouting, traffic ahead, rerouting, it's rejecting the way you're trying to go. The rejecting the path you're trying to take. It's going to reroute you to a different path. You're still going to get to your destination. It's just a different way of getting there. And so that's how I look at it. When someone says, no, thank you, I'm like, okay, God's rerouting me on that person. Great. I get to go choose somebody else because the destination is still the same. You will get to Success Street, just not the way you planned. I know I've gone down disappointed way, broke lane, settle for less drive, no boulevard. God keeps rerouting me until I reach my destination of 100 families, changing 100 lives, helping them earn $100,000 doing what I do. So if you want to learn about the 100, put 100 in the chat. We got to talk about it because it's happening. I'm so excited. And so it's okay to be rerouted. And I learned a lot on Scared Street. I cry a lot. I mean, I do all the things you do. So when you're disappointed in, you don't even, it's like, it's okay to be disappointed. The problem is if you stay disappointed. It's okay to feel bad for like 5 minutes and then get over it. Unfortunately, you got to put on your big girl panties and you got to move on. That's why, I'm here, because you learn and earn at the same time. So take the L off of learn and the word is earn. So I know as long as I'm learning these new skills, I'm going to be earning more and more and more, because knowledge is the new rich. People pay for that. And so behavior comes out of belief. If you stop, then did you really believe it? If you let the no stop you, did you really believe in your opportunity? Did you really believe in your product? So it frustrates me when people stop selling their hair, nails, lashes, whatever, t-shirts, candles, whatever you sell, you stopped because you let other people who are probably not your people, right, discourage you. When God gave you the vision, he didn't make it a conference call. He told you you could be successful selling t-shirts, selling whatever. He gave you the vision, and you got to walk that thing out. Most people don't like the process. The process is when you learn. So no just means next opportunity. And no is one more step closer to a yes. You're almost there. You're almost there. And sometimes no just means not right now. Sometimes when I talk to people, it's really their circumstances. It's not right now, but they are open. Numbers never lie. People do. Write that down. A pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. Numbers never lie. People do. It's all about the numbers, right? How many people can I get in my funnel to talk to about this opportunity or product? And you're on to the next one. And I give this example all the time. First of all, let me say this. If someone says no, thank you, that's not a personal rejection. That's personal preference. Jerusha, thank you, Lord. If someone rejects you, it's not a personal rejection. That's personal preference. That's all. Why would you get offended by that? I heard somebody say, just imagine I'm a teacher. How many of you want to be a first grade teacher with me? Raise your hand, put in the chat. If you want to be a first grade teacher with me, yes, okay. We have the summers off. We have the holidays off. Who wants to be a first grade teacher with me? Who wants to do it? Okay. Comment. No. She said no, yes. I'm going to just put in the chat. Yes or no? Yes or no? So are you emotionally upset that everyone doesn't want to be a teacher with you? No, I'm not. Even though a teacher is one of the greatest jobs in the world, teachers are so underpaid. So why don't you want to be a teacher? You would think everybody should want to be a teacher because you have, influence over these young minds. And this is where it starts. And so how come you don't want to be a first grade teacher? So you're putting in chat, no, thank you. No, I'm good. Yes, no, whatever. I can't take it personally. Same thing. I tell the story, the girl at the mall. I don't even go to the mall. How many of you still go to the mall? Most of us stop going to the mall, and the malls are like, not that popular as they were because we are shopping online. But when I attended the mall quite frequently, I built my first business offline. So I would go to the mall a lot. I knew where every store was. I knew where every exit was. I knew when there was a sale. I knew everything about the mall because I lived in the mall, meeting people face to face. You have it easier. You're just online messaging. You're just online marketing. I was getting rejection face to face. No, thank you. Okay. I'm not interested face to face. When someone texts you, no, that shouldn't hurt that much. That shouldn't bother you that much. So the girl at the mall, she used to hand out this teriyaki chicken, and she stands for hours asking every single person that passes, would you like some teriyaki chicken? How many people say no? Excuse me, teriyaki chicken, teriyaki chicken. How many of you, be honest? I love you. Okay. Be honest, shame the devil. How many of you walk on the other side so you don't have to say no to her? How many of you ignore her? Okay. How many of you stop and take the chicken? How many of you just say no, thank you? How many of you do that? How many just like ignore? The same thing happens in our businesses. You text people, they ignore you. You're walking right past a person, you ignored that person. Doesn't mean we're not good people, right? And so because I'm in sales, I don't do it. Even when someone's trying to sell a service, I'm always trying to, because I'm in sales, like, listen, okay, let them tell me the pitch because I want them to get good at it. I want to give them a way to learn how to overcome objections. I want to see them win. I might not be their ideal client, right? And so how many of you put in the chat, you said no thank you to that girl with the teriyaki chicken in the mall? You did it. Yes, you did it. I see you walking past. How many of you ate the chicken every single time? Exactly, you didn't. And so I don't think she started crying. I don't think she threw the plate down. I don't think she shut down that restaurant. I don't think she did any of those things. Guess what she did? She asked the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. Every single person that passes her, she's asking them again. So she's not taking it personally, and you shouldn't either. It's the same concept. So do you think she's getting upset? No. She doesn't even have any type of expression on her face. Oh, you don't want it? Okay, next. Does she quit? No. And she doesn't stop until all the chicken is completely gone off of the plate. And now that the chicken is gone off the plate, guess what she does? She go back and refill it with more chicken and come back out in the middle of the mall and say, sample teriyaki chicken, and do it again and again every day. I'm assuming she might work 8 hours every day, 40 hours a week, asking you, do you want more chicken? She believes in her business. She believes in her teriyaki chicken. She believes she's going to be super successful with it. She believes the customers are going to come and eat at this particular restaurant. So do you believe it? Numbers never lie. People do. You've got to prospect online, meet new people to build a people's business. So every day you have this social media thing called a tool. Use this tool every day. People are on this tool. And so because they're on this tool, hey, y'all, I see you. Because you're on this tool, guess what? You get to ask more people. You get to ask more people about your thing. So why are you doing your business halfway? Okay, because you are strong enough. Write this down. Write this down. Write this down. You got to have a reason why you keep going. The reason she's probably, I'm just guessing, I've never asked. She's going because she knows that they're going to sell out that chicken. She knows people are going to stop and they're going to love the chicken. That's why she's doing it. So her why is strong enough. So you got to put down, Vanessa, why are you doing what you're doing? Why is your business important to you? Why? Because a weak why equals weak action. Write that down. Jerusha. Weak why equals weak action. So it has to be something that's going to keep you going no matter what. Because if you're sick, you're going to do it. Okay. If you got a cold, you're going to do it because you know why you're doing it. Your reason is so big, you can't stop. So her reason is so big, she's not going to stop for whatever that reason is. And that's how I was. It's like, you know what? I have to become successful. I have to build a home-based business. I have to make X amount of money. I have to do it. I have children. I have to make it happen. There's no excuses. And so you got to ask yourself, why are you doing it? For what reason are you doing it? Because a weak why equals weak action. You do less because it's not big enough. And so create a life that feels good in the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. And so what you see on the outside is what people post every single day. You don't know what's happening on the inside. And so you got to be willing to look crazy sometimes. At first, they're going to ask why you're doing it. Later, when you're successful, they're going to ask how you did it. And what you're going to tell them is, no became my best friend. I realized I needed to fall forward to success. You're going to tell them no just means next opportunity. You're going to tell them, I believe in my product. I believe in my ability. I believe I can help more people. And so when you have that type of attitude, you're unstoppable. And so, Vanessa, I'm so happy you were on my live so I could get that question. And so I'm happy to answer all the business questions. So join the group, Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. If you have a business question, I'm happy to give you my perspective. I only share what I know for sure. All I can tell you is don't settle for mediocre. So mediocrity, don't settle for it. Never let good enough be good enough. Don't settle for average because someone didn't want your product. They didn't like it. I'll give you a good example. I tried the Chick-fil-A sandwich, the what's it with the cheese? Pimento cheese. Okay. So I finally tried it. I'm not a big chicken person. I don't eat red meat or pork, and I'm not really, it's thick chicken to me. But Chick-fil-A, if you want to send me coupons, my boys love Chick-fil-A. Hashtag Chick-fil-A. So I wanted to try it because several people were like, oh, it's so good. You got to try it. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, those people who said it was good, people even did TikToks about it, like how good the sandwich was. And you were just selling your butt off. You were selling Chick-fil-A chicken for Chick-fil-A and you didn't get $1 for it. But when somebody asks you to post something for them, for their business, all of a sudden you got reservations. What? Okay. So all the people's, my aunt, my nephew, oh, you'll like the chicken. I'm like, all right, let's try this chicken. It took me forever to try it. So I finally tried the chicken. And it's just okay to me. But I'm also not a fan of thick chicken. And so I was like, oh, it's okay. It's not something I will purchase again. But I can see why people like it. And so we sell all the time. So that's why I'm telling you the people are there. And people will share your opportunity or product if it's good. Because all of us share restaurants all the time, and you don't get a kickback, you don't get a percentage, you don't get anything, and you do it freely. So you need to be open to your coworker, your business bestie. They're selling something. You should be open, just like you are with other things, to share their stuff. You want her to win, right? Chick-fil-A is already $1 billion company. You want her to get her paper, right? You want her to get the bag. And so you need to participate in that, just like we do everything else. So if this was helpful, Vanessa got her answers, right? You put helpful in the chat. If this is helpful, if you got motivated, you got inspired, share the broadcast. I'm live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. For those of you that want, your questions answered, ditto. Robert said ditto. Okay. For those of you that want your questions answered, I am here just for you because I think that it's important that we all helpful. Okay, good. Well, not all, the ones that want to start a business and create residual income or passive income, that you have the answers that you need to be more successful. And so I'm happy to share with you. Yes. Make sure you're following. This is what you do. You share the broadcast. Make sure you follow, right? Make sure you follow. So when I go live, you get a notification, hashtag helpful. If this is good for you. Join the group, Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. I'm happy to deep dive with you in the group, but I really don't want you to settle. So don't stop just because people reject you the first time. You're being rerouted, and it's okay. You're going to get to your destination. You were made for greatness. You are built for greatness. It's already in you. You just got to walk it out. That's all. You've got to learn the skills. That's it. And it may take you time, but that's okay. It may take you longer than your best friend, and that's okay. Everybody's journey is different. And as soon as you accept, I'm different, you're going to be great. And your time is now. So we have 61 days to start you a business. We have 61 days to build your business, double your productivity, whatever. 61 days going into 2024. So who's down with me? Okay, put 2024 if you're ready to go. Put 2024 if you're ready to go. And if you want to learn about the 100, put 100 in the chat, or the link is in the bio. They don't want us to say link in the bio, but you know what? How else am I going to tell you that it's available? Oh, I'm so smart. Guess what I can tell? If you want to learn about the 100, you can here's a QR code to my info about the 100. So if you want to learn more about the 100, get your camera on your phone. Go to your camera, scan the QR code. It's going to bring my personal link up for the 100. And this way, it's going to ask for your information. It's going to send you the info about the 100 so you get educated. My goal is for you to get educated about what is available for you right now. So yes, scan my QR code. Yes, technology is amazing. Technology is amazing. Okay. We better use the tool. Don't let the tool use you. Use the tool. Don't be a fool. And so I'm the person that I'm not tech savvy, but I will try anything. And so I'm the person that'll jump. Got it. All right. Yes, 2024. I see you in the chat. Great info. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm going to continue on TikTok. Like I said, it goes down on TikTok. I got to love on them a little bit more. We go together for like 6 months. I started July 1st, going live on TikTok until December 31st. So I go with them a little bit longer. I spend more time with TikTok and YouTube. So if you want to continue this conversation, I'll see you on TikTok. It's my name. So you can find me over there. I see 100 in the chat. Yes, I'll come back and give you the link as well if you didn't get that QR code. And so, yes, replay. Make sure you watch the replay. That's cool too. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Oh, thank you too. I appreciate you. Yes.